Guys, welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. Nigerians no more respect politicians again, especially those who are fond of hanging on the street of Twitter. You understand what I'm trying to say? Online strollers who keep on staying in their bedroom with their legs crossed to keep complaining about issues that their action could possibly solve. Nigerians say they do not want to tolerate it any longer, and this time around is starting with Atiku Abubakar. Don't forget that Nigeria just recently they have increased electricity tariff to an unthinkable rate, and also there had been an increase in the price of fuel, which most Nigerians are overly uncomfortable with. Students, politicians, critics, and even those who had supported the present day government are no more comfortable with it. And guess what? The former presidential aspirant of PDP is also among those who is so tired about this consistent attitude of increasing prices of common commodities like fuel and electricity, tariff. And he had gone to Twitter to complain as usual. Complain as usual. That's exactly the word. And Nigerians are asking him, oh God, stop strolling on the street of Twitter. Stop sitting down in your bedroom protesting and typing things that cannot pull any weight. We want you to do this for us, and you'll be so shocked what Nigerians want him to do. Let's first of all look at the news. We'll be back to discuss all of that. According to the news, many Nigerians on social media have called on former Vice President Atiku Abubakar to stop online complaints about irregularities in the country if he is not willing to lead physical protest. The citizens said that they want the former presidential candidate of the People Democratic Party to lead a protest against the recent increase in electricity tariff. It was reported on Tuesday that the electricity distribution company DISCO across the country have started the implementation of a new electricity tariff regime. This comes after the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission (NERC) ordered the DISCO to maintain a 4 naira tariff for all customers consuming less than 50 kilowatt per hour of energy per month. The commission said Nigerians would have to pay more to enjoy power for longer hours, an implementation that has generated furore on social media. Reacting to the development on Thursday, Mr. Atiku Abubakar, in a post on Twitter, said he rejected the hike, saying it was ill time and ill advice. According to him, he said, I reject the increased electricity tariff coming out of the lockdown. Nigerians need a stimulus, not an impetuous disregard for the challenges they face. Many Nigerians have not earned an income for months due to no fault of theirs. This increase is ill time and ill advised. Not comfortable with mere tweets, Nigerian, however, call out the former vice president to take responsibility by leading a protest to show his displeasure with the new tariff regime. And you'll be so shocked, people who are talking and calling him out. One Kabiru Usman said, sir, today you are the real definition of hypocrisy. Your pendant for president won't be realized that way. Another one here said, we need you on the street to lead the protest. Leave this Twitter street and come on the real street, Mr. President. Another one said, I second this tweet. If our celeb activists could do it then, what is holding them back now? We need real-time and aggressive rejection of bad policies and anti-government and anti-human government. Another one says, come out, sir, lead aggressive protest. Twitter protest is no more meaningful or make any difference to these awful, disgusting, and harsh policies made by the terrible government of the day. Nigerians are suffering. No space for breathing. Nigerians have been pushed to the end of the world. Another one here says, true, APC and Buhari were out to protest in 2014 and were tear gas. I want to see how Atiku will react to being tear gas. That one said, lead a street protest, Mr. Atiku. Another person here says Atiku is always forming big man. He can't protest even for electoral reform. He will suffer same fate in 2023. Yeah, but if that will be possible if PDP gives him the chance. Another person here said, one Henry Shield said, yeah, His Royal Eminence Atiku, come out and lead Nigeria in a nationwide protest. Now that one say, bam. At least DSS and Mopo won't harass or arrest a senior citizen like you, and your presence will pop up morals. This one says, after this tweet, what next? Abeg, second base, Jare. Nigerians are really complaining of his continuous Twitter protest. Yeah. That's the word. This one says, enough of the press release from you and PDP. We have read enough. Lead a nationwide protest and see the rest of Nigerians hit the street. This is the time for action. Another person here said, let's move from Twitter to the street. APC did it when they were in opposition. You can do it now. What is opposition that only wells on Twitter? Another person here says, I am not even proposing a march. I am proposing a shutdown of the country. Let us all move to every federal roads in the country and sit down, block it for 24 hours. No selling, no buying. And lay some simple yet important demands for 24 hours. It will send a signal. This guy one says, dear at Atiku, this is Buhari and APC leadership. When the fuel pump price was increased during GEJ administration, they didn't reject the increase on Twitter. Neither did they hold a press conference. It was done with a street protest. You and official PDP leaders should take the lead. Thank you. Whoa. And the last one I'm going to consider here say, una all the same. Now, when una no did the office, una go the way out strategy. Today, I don't buy fuel for 160 per liter and now full tank I buy. I know that God no go shame us. So many reactions by Nigeria. I feel that at this point, our first video here had talked about the issue of them causing Nigerians to go the extra mile in reaction, and I feel that this is our own right to step out and tell Nigerians or tell the people that we are tired of what is currently ongoing. Guess what? All the people that have reacted on this issue keep saying that this is totally inhuman for the present day government to do what they are currently doing. 160 naira for 1 liter of fuel. Not when the economy is booming. Not when Nigerians have seen maybe possibly a reduction in the number of unemployed people. Not even when the government have done anything reasonable to touch the lives of the people during a period like this. They are doing this during a pandemic. This is quite inhuman, and I feel that the key people needs to step out, and so that other Nigerians will be encouraged. I tell you the truth, other Nigerians will be encouraged to come out en masse. If it happens today that Atiku steps out to lead a protest telling the present day government that what they have done thus far is absolutely wrong, it's absolutely inhuman, I tell you the truth that Nigerians all over the country, it won't only happen in Abuja, neither will it happen only in Lagos. Already there's people who are waiting, but the issue here is that they just can't fight the government because there is no strong personality that is stepping out. We are talking about Atiku Abubakar. How about Obasanjo? How about GEJ? How about other top guys who has a lot of influence in this country? As much as I know that I'm so sure that no one will be able to beat them up on the street or pick them and detain them, because protest is the right of the people. The only time protest is not allowed is when it is a violent one where guns are being used and the likes. And Nigerians are not going to be using guns 24 hours. We sit on the road and tell them that we are uncomfortable with what is currently happening. I tell you the truth right now that United States of America, as I did tell you in my first video, they are preparing $2 trillion stimulus for their own people, palliative. Nigerians over there are collecting it, especially those who are citizens. But here we are, nothing is working. People have left their job. The only thing we keep hearing is the fact that they can't do anything to salvage us. This is the height of it. And if Nigerians don't wake up, Atiku Abubakar has been called out, and it's not just him alone. Everyone needs to be on their feet, to step out on the street and see how we can correct this inhuman act. I guess, guess what? You'll be so shocked that some of these things, the president himself may not be in the know. I tell you, because I feel at the point that they are hiding a lot of these things from him, because no sane person can sit down and during a period of famine, and this is famine, I tell you the whole truth. This is a period of famine. Nigerians are my brother, Nigerians are suffering. Nigerians are suffering. If you go down the street and see how people are gnashing their teeth, some people have decided to just stay back in their houses. Some have decided to do some things that are unbelievable. Until this government change this policy, I think nobody should be ready to give in to it. Stop this issue of saying, let's go and buy the fuel. No, wahala, make God just give us the money. We'll just watch ourselves being traded out one day to some strange people that we know nothing, we know not of. Let's just do the needful. Atiku, it's a call to you, and we're waiting for you to front the protest. All right, go to our comment section. What do you think about what the Nigerians are demanding of Atiku? Do you think he's going to wake up to